Yeesh, that happened. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 25 of the regular season where the Rangers destroyed 7-2 to the Colorado Avalanche. Excuse me, 7-3. So full disclosure, this is a one-taker. I am not gonna edit this. This was a lordy-loo. This was rough. This was a rough game. And it didn't start out that way. The Rangers in the first period played really well. Right, you carry a 2-1 lead, actually. The Rangers led in this game into the second period. And you think, all right, maybe we can do this. Adam Huska played great in the first period, stopped 18-19. You're like, okay, this kid's trucking along right now. And then the second period is where it completely fell apart. A 5-goal second period for the Colorado Avalanche. Oh boy, that was rough. Now, this evening, I'm going to say this for Adam Huska. The team did him no favors. That's one. Two, you're playing a great team in the Colorado Avalanche, and it's your debut. That being said, there were a few goals tonight, specifically the second one to McKinnon. That cannot go in. There were a few others like that tonight that you're just like, man, I get that you're a rookie in your debut. You can't allow goals like that. You can't do that and expect to stay up here. And after a game like this, where your rookie, who you're hoping can maybe hold down the backup job just for a few more days, gives up 7 goals, you're going, when's Igor going to be healthy again? Igor cannot get back soon enough. He should be skating tomorrow to see how his leg is doing, and we hope and pray that he's doing really, really well, because, oh boy, we need Igor back. For the Rangers tonight, positives. Jacob Trouba's a freight train, but we already knew that. He laid a hit on Nathan McKinnon, which looked kind of similar to the one last night. Again, this was a perfectly clean hit by Jacob Trouba. They took exception to it. Landeskog fought him, and Jacob Trouba beat him up. People keep wanting to smoke the Jacob Trouba pack, and then he says, no, Uno reverse card, and smokes their pack. Once again, Trouba just is he's a machine. He beat up Landeskog. And you might say, oh, it was a bit of a draw. No. He landed a tough one. And you can go watch the fight. You can see the one that Trouba landed. He won that fight. I'm sorry. He did. He also had a goal and an assist tonight. It seems like Jacob Trouba is finally back to Jet Jacob Trouba. He's been having a nice season to this point. Again, players recently have been fans have been hard on Jacob Trouba the past few years. And to an extent, I kind of get it. He's been paid a lot of money, and he hasn't been wonderful, right? Past 2 seasons, he's been meh at best. Last season, he had 12 points. Well, good news. This season, he already has 12 points. Actually, no, he has 14 points this season. He got 2 tonight, and that isn't counted. And he also now is 1 goal away from tying his career high with the Rangers, which is 7. He is 25 games into the season this year, and he had 7 in his first year with us in 70. So I think Jacob Trouba is going to get, maybe not back to the total Jet form, but he's got 14 points through 24 games, or 25 games. So I think he's getting awfully close to back to good old Jet Jacob Trouba. And if he can get back to there, man, the Rangers are going to be insane. Philip Hedl had a goal and an assist tonight. It was a pretty nice goal. It was a beautiful assist by Alexei Lafreniere to set it up. Niels Lundqvist had his first career NHL goal, so that was cool for him. Boy, 7-3 loss. Now, I'm going to put on my In Defense of the Rangers shirt for a second, which I'm already wearing, and say this. I kind of thought we were going to lose this game anyway. Now, did I think we were going to lose 7-3? No, I didn't. I really did not think that was going to happen, and it's rough that it did. But, in our defense, we've played a lot of games recently. We took a 7-game winning streak into this. You're bound to slip up eventually. It's the night of a back-to-back, the second night of a back-to-back, with travel, right? We started the game at 8:30 last night in Chicago and then flew back to New York today for a game at 7. So less than 24 hours, less than 23 hours in between start times for each game. Again, back-to-backs are already hard enough, let alone traveling during a back-to-back. There's that. There's the fact that, again, you didn't have your starter or even your backup. You really had to use your third-string rookie who was making his NHL debut. And you looked good in the first period. Like, realistically, for the Rangers, what you can hang your hat on is, look, before we got so tired we couldn't move, we were winning the game. In the first period, we looked okay, right? Sure, the Avalanche outshot us a lot, but it didn't feel like any of those shots were really high-danger chances. But the Rangers were getting them. So through the first period, even though we got outshot by 10, I still felt we played pretty darn well in that first period. But once you got to the point where everyone was like just too fatigued to move, which you could tell they were in the second and third period, that's when it fell apart. I'm not going to be too hard on the Rangers just because, man, we've been taxed the past few days. It was a super physical game yesterday, and it was another physical game tonight. I would have much preferred the Rangers not lose, 7-3, but I'm not gonna just dunk on us. I thought, it wasn't that. It was bad. It was bad. But I'm not just gonna sit here and whine. We're still a very good team. It does suck though on the night that we could have been the #1 team in the National Hockey League if we would have just simply won, that we fall apart and get crushed. That's a bit of a rough one, but c'est la vie. Hopefully we can get it back on track. We're going to have somewhat of an easier game. Friday we go up to Buffalo to play the Sabres at 7 o'clock Eastern, and I'll be here after that. So that's all I have to say for the evening. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.